Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. No, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They took it to 10.
Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Where's the tag? 19! Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Let's go.
On first down, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Watson now to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
And
nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
set, black 15. Let's go. Strong left, strong left. Here we go.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? You're not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerve.
Oh, the ball is in. Watson lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. And I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, 27 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 24 yards. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. A shotgun snap for Watson.
Oh, intercepted.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Charger football to start quarter number 2. The Charger drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rivers. And caught by Henry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
23 yards, the final tally.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
18 on the play. First down, Chargers.
Rivers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. To throw is Rivers. It's complete to Watt.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
180! 180! Single receiver, hey, easy.
First down, Rivers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The strong safety, Jaleel Adai, right there in coverage. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 17 yards out, the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Jerry Tillery, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Brown 80. Come on. White 89.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. And the pressure gets to him again. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Rivers on 1st down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while. What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass. And it's complete. Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Hey, Delta!
A first down throw here for Rivers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Rivers. This is caught by Williams. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Again, it's Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. The intended receiver there, Allen. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing, Rivers. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Rivers to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, L.A. Mike Williams, 56 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP. Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Pulled in at the 24.
Come on, fellas.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rivers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Watson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing Rivers. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw is Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Steps away to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Thomas Davis in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Sliding out of the pocket. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 22. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Rivers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Virgil Green taking it in. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston.
MLB. Hey. New Orleans and... Oh, never mind. I'm about to say the time. New Orleans and Dallas. Pelicans and, yep. The time, 93-93 with fourth quarter. With 9 minutes, 30 seconds left. Porzingis with the tip back. Zion muscle his ass in there. See, Zion got to use his muscles, he ain't got no height on these niggas. You said he off tomorrow?
Time to get the turnover. That's the 15th for the Mavericks. So as we march down toward the latter stages of this game, as good as Dallas has been offensively, consecutive turnovers for both teams. Mark, as good as Dallas has been for Rick Carlisle, down